Breaking news. A major Social Security payment update is hitting the nation right now, and millions of Americans could be leaving as much as $3,000 on the table, but only if they don't act fast. This isn't a rumor, and it's not clickbait. This is an official deadline that's quietly closing in, and most people still have no idea it's even happening. If you receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, listen carefully, because this could mean an extra $3,000 in your pocket, but only if you take action before the deadline. Social Security offices and online portals have already started flagging accounts for review, and those who miss the verification step will likely forfeit their pending relief payment. It's part of a special federal disbursement linked to delayed cost of living adjustments and overpaid withholding corrections that are finally being processed this month. Reports are flooding in from across the country. People in Florida, Texas, and California have already begun seeing their notifications pop up on their SSA dashboards and Direct Express cards. But thousands more are still waiting, unaware that a simple missed update could cause them to lose out completely. So before you scroll away or think this doesn't apply to you, stop right there. The next few minutes could decide whether you receive your $3,000 payment or not. Because the deadline is real, the process is already underway, and once it closes, that's it. No appeals, no extensions. Now, here's what's really happening and why this urgent payment update matters to you and your family. So, what's actually going on? Why are people suddenly talking about this $3,000 Social Security payment, and who's really getting it? Let's break it down clearly. In late October, the Social Security Administration confirmed a special disbursement cycle to correct payment delays tied to the 2024 Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA. But here's the twist. Not everyone automatically qualifies. This payment is primarily designed for beneficiaries under the SSI, SSDI, and VA programs who experienced withheld or underpaid benefits during the first half of 2025. According to internal SSA updates, these adjustments include retroactive relief, meaning you could be owed back pay if your monthly benefits didn't reflect the COLA increase or if your records weren't verified after the January update. The average correction ranges between $1,400 and $3,000, depending on your benefit category and duration of underpayment. The government says this is part of a payment reconciliation phase, ensuring all 2025 cost of living adjustments are fully implemented before the new fiscal quarter begins. In simple terms, they're cleaning up old data, fixing payment mismatches, and making sure every qualified American gets what they're due. Now, this might sound routine, but it's far from it. The SSA rarely reopens payment windows once they're closed. That's why the next few days matter so much. Officials have quietly confirmed that anyone who hasn't updated their benefit status by Friday, November 15, 2025, risks being marked as inactive for this payout round. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Some states, including California, Texas, Ohio, and Florida, have already begun sending automatic notifications through the mysocialsecurity.gov portal and even via physical letters. Others are lagging behind. That means if you haven't received any notice yet, it doesn't mean you're not eligible, it could just mean your record hasn't been verified yet. Now think about this. Over 63 million Americans currently receive some form of Social Security benefit. Out of that, more than 8 million are SSI recipients, and over 5 million are veterans or dependents under VA compensation. That's a huge group, and the SSA systems are under heavy strain. The online portal has already seen intermittent slowdowns, with users reporting long verification queues and timeout errors when checking payment status. In fact, some insiders from regional SSA offices have stated off record that they're processing these back payments in waves, prioritizing seniors over 65 and disabled beneficiaries first, followed by veterans and dependents. So, even if your friend or relative already got their notice, your turn might still be next. Now, here's why this update truly matters. The average Social Security check in 2025 is around $1,914 per month for retirees, but with inflation still biting, many households are struggling to cover rising costs in groceries, rent, and healthcare. For some families, that extra $3,000 could mean the difference between catching up on bills or falling further behind. So, this isn't just another payment. It's a correction, a relief, and a chance to reclaim what you're owed. But the clock is ticking, and every day counts. Now let's talk about the most important question of all. How does this affect you personally? What does it mean if you're on SSI, SSDI, or VA support right now? And what steps must you take before the deadline hits? The answer might surprise you. Now let's get to what everyone wants to know. How does this actually affect you? What does this $3,000 Social Security update really mean for your pocket, your bills, and your peace of mind? If you're receiving SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits, this payment window could be one of the most important updates of the year. Here's why. The Social Security Administration has identified a large number of accounts that either missed cost of living adjustments, had outdated verification details, or were flagged for payment discrepancies between January and June 2025. Those accounts are now being reviewed, and if you fall into that category, you could be owed up to $3,000 in corrective payments. That's not just a random number. The SSA has calculated that many beneficiaries receive between $250 and $500 less per month due to system errors, late filings, or mismatched income reports. Multiply that by 6 months, and the total comes out to roughly $3,000 in lost support. Now, before you get too excited, here's the truth most people won't tell you. These payments are not automatic for everyone. You must have your records verified before the cutoff. If your mailing address, direct deposit info, or benefit classification hasn't been confirmed since early this year, the SSA system will assume your record is inactive. That means the $3,000 won't hit your account. It'll stay pending and eventually expire. And here's where so many people are getting caught off guard. They assume that if they're receiving their normal monthly check, everything's fine. But that's not the case. This $3,000 relief adjustment is separate. It's not part of your regular deposit. The only way to make sure you get it is to log in to mysocialsecurity.gov, check your Payments and Adjustments tab, and see if a pending review is listed. If you see a message that says Payment Verification Required, that's your signal to act immediately. The same goes for veterans under VA disability or survivor programs. The Department of Veterans Affairs is coordinating with SSA to handle overlapping records, especially for dual beneficiaries. If you receive both VA and Social Security benefits, you could qualify for dual relief adjustments, in some cases, even higher than $3,000, depending on the overlap period. But let's talk about the emotional reality for a second. Many of you watching this are living on fixed incomes. Groceries, gas, rent, everything's gone up, but benefits haven't kept pace. $3,000 could cover months of prescriptions, utility bills, or overdue rent. For some, it's not just extra money, it's survival. That's why this update matters more than ever. And yes, people are already seeing results. One viewer from Arizona wrote in saying she checked her SSA portal, completed her verification, and within 48 hours got a confirmation notice stating, retroactive payment in process. Another from North Carolina said his Direct Express card showed a pending deposit dated November 12th. The system is moving fast, but only for those who take action now. If you're unsure whether you qualify, don't panic. Here's the general rule. You're likely eligible if you meet one of these 3 conditions. You receive SSI, SSDI, or VA benefits anytime between January and June 2025. You experienced a payment adjustment, withholding, or missed COLA increase during that period. Your SSA record shows a pending verification request or reconciliation review required. Even if you didn't get a letter, even if you didn't see an email, you still might be on the list. The system prioritizes verified accounts first, which means if yours isn't updated, you could be skipped. And here's one more thing that's confusing a lot of people. Some folks believe this payment is part of the upcoming 2026 COLA increase, but it's not. This is separate. It's back pay for 2025 adjustments only. The 2026 COLA will be announced later this year, and that's a different process entirely. Now let's be real. Deadlines like this can be stressful. Many people worry about scams or misinformation, and that's understandable. But here's what you can trust. The only legitimate sources are SSA.gov, VA.gov, or the official SSA helpline at 1-800-772-1213. Never share your personal data through text or unofficial websites. At this point, The most important thing is to stay calm, stay informed, and take action before that November 15th deadline. Because once it passes, the system locks out unverified payments, and that $3,000 disappears. So, what exactly should you do next? What steps do you need to take to make sure your payment is confirmed and processed on time? Let's go over that, step by step in the next part, so you don't miss a single dollar that belongs to you. Alright, now it's time to get practical. You've heard what's happening and why it matters. Now let's make sure you don't miss your $3,000 Social Security payment. These are the exact steps you need to take right now to secure your eligibility before the deadline hits. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account at www.ssa.gov/myaccount. If you don't already have one, create it today. It only takes a few minutes, but it's absolutely crucial. Once you're in, look for the section called Payments and Adjustments. If you see a message that says Verification Required or Pending Review, click it immediately. That's where you'll confirm your identity and update your information. Step 2. Check your payment method. Whether you receive benefits through direct deposit, a direct express card, or a paper check, make sure your bank details and mailing address are correct. Any mismatch can delay or cancel your relief payment. And don't assume it's fine just because you're getting your regular monthly check. This special payment runs on a separate disbursement track. Step 3. Verify your income and dependency status. If you've had any change in income this year, maybe you took a part-time job, received a tax refund, or changed dependents, update that information. The SSA uses these records to calculate your adjustment amount, and incorrect data could reduce or void your payment. Step 4. Contact SSA or VA if you can't access your online account. Call the official SSA helpline at 1-800-772-1213 or the VA Benefits Hotline at 1-800-827-1000. Wait times are long, but this is worth your time. If your case requires manual verification, they'll guide you through it. Step 5. Mark your calendar. The official cutoff date is Friday, November 15th, 2025, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time. After that, no new verifications will be accepted for this payout window. Once the system locks, any unverified or incomplete records move into deferred status, meaning you'll have to wait until next year's correction cycle, if one even happens. Now listen carefully, this isn't just another routine update. This is money that was promised, delayed, and is finally being released. But it's up to you to claim it. Every day you wait, the queue gets longer, and your chance gets smaller. Many viewers are already reporting confirmation messages like retroactive adjustment approved or payment in process. That's your goal. Don't stop until you see that confirmation on your dashboard or receive a mailed notice from SSA. If you've already verified your information, keep checking your direct express card or bank account. Deposits are being processed in waves, some arriving as early as November 12th, others following within 7 business days after approval. And please, don't fall for scams. No one from SSA or VA will ever call you asking for your Social Security number, PIN, or payment to unlock your benefit. The only real website is ssa.gov, and the only real numbers are the ones I mentioned earlier. Protect your identity and your benefits. Before we wrap up, let's take a step back. For millions of Americans living on fixed incomes, $3,000 can mean relief from overdue bills, groceries for the month, or the comfort of knowing you're finally caught up. It's more than money, it's peace of mind. So, take a deep breath, take action, and make sure your information is verified before the deadline. You've earned the support, now make sure it reaches you. And if this video helped you understand what's going on, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss another Social Security or VA update before it hits the headlines. We'll continue tracking every payment wave, every deadline, and every new relief measure designed to help seniors, veterans, and families across America. Stay informed, stay protected, and remember, every dollar matters, and your benefits are worth fighting for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next update.